welcome back. I'm glad to see you again. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's show, we are going to talk about our top 10 James Bond movies, 007 movies. Me and my wife watched all 24 James Bond movies a year ago. We watched them back to back. It took us a month to watch all movies. Yeah, we sat down and did our ranking, like a top 10 ranking. So long story short, here's our top 10 James Bond movies. On place number 10 is a James Bond movie from 2012. It's Skyfall with Daniel Craig. And this one definitely takes the cake when it comes to cinematography and story. Again, the Daniel Craig movies, Daniel Craig is the newest and current James Bond at this point in time here. And the James Bond movies starring Daniel Craig started to really build up onto each other and telling a bigger story. And Skyfall really is a personal movie where it is about the person James Bond, which is really cool. We get to see his past a little bit. Yeah, we get to know James Bond a little better from a personal side. The theme song from Adele is amazing. One of the best James Bond songs probably, and this one is like an unusual Bond movie, and there are a handful within the franchise, and almost all of these unusual Bond movies are almost the best. So Skyfall takes our number 10 spot. Our number 9 slot goes to a James Bond movie from the 80s. It's from 1989, and it's probably the best 80s Bond movie in my opinion. It stars Timothy Dalton in his second and last James Bond role, so he played 2 Bond movies, and the better one definitely is License to Kill. What a great Bond movie. Again, as Skyfall, this is an unusual Bond because in this one, James Bond goes onto a revenge trip, and this is really, really cool. The theme song is, I think, my favorite Bond song, A License to Kill. It's such an awesome, epic song. Every time I hear this song, I listen to this song, I get goosebumps. Gladys Knight is such... her voice was so awesome, and this is such a perfect fitting James Bond song. And again, I think Timothy Dalton's best Bond role. I wish he would have done more Bonds after that, but it's such a memorable movie, and yeah, it's amazing. You have to watch it. On our number 8 spot, we have the first 80s Bond movie. It's from 1981. It's For Your Eyes Only, and it's a Bond movie with the third James Bond actor, Roger Moore. What a great James Bond movie. The theme song is my second favorite theme song. It's so cool. For Your Eyes Only. Such a great song. Such a great Bond girl. Probably my favorite Bond girl of them all. She's so awesome looking. She is a bit stronger than other Bond girls and is fighting alongside James Bond a little bit more than all the other Bond girls. And you have a great story. Again, it's a bit more of a unique James Bond, a bit more personal, not like Skyfall, not to that degree, but a little bit more. And this movie is full of memorable moments. A car chase through olive fields is one of my favorite ones, and yeah, it's a classic. I love it. For Your Eyes Only, 1981. That's our number 8 spot. On number 7, we have another Roger Moore James Bond movie, and I think it's my favorite Roger Moore Bond movie and also my favorite 70s Bond movie. Again, it's Roger Moore in The Spy Who Loved Me from 1977, the year Star Wars came out, and the title song, the Bond girl, the villain, the story, Roger Moore as James Bond, everything is close to perfect in my opinion, but the thing that really stands out here are all these memorable scenes. One of my favorites is this white sports car that transforms into a submarine. One of many scenes. Such a great gadget, and I think that's one of the Bonds that got quoted the most in theater and movie history, I would say. Yeah, such a great movie. That's our number 7 pick. Our number 6 spot goes to the 6th James Bond movie. It's from 1969, and it's called On Her Majesty's Secret Service. It's the only Bond movie starring George Lazenby in his only James Bond role, so he's the only actor who got the chance to play James Bond only once, and this falls into the category. It's another unusual Bond. Lots of beats are different here. It goes a bit deeper into the character, and it's totally different to all the other James Bond movies. And what I love about this movie from the get-go, it starts totally different. George Lazenby, you have like a scene going on at the beginning. I don't give away too much, and after that scene, he's breaking the fourth wall. Looking into the character and saying the other guy didn't do that, which is so memorable. It's such a classic moment in all of the Bond movies. And yeah, what I love is the theme song. It's, I think on my spot number 3, it's stuck in my ear for decades now. It's so cool. It is the only James Bond song without lyrics, which is a nice fun fact here, and it's really cool. Go listen to it on Her Majesty's Secret Service theme. And again, it's full of twists and turns. It has a great Blofeld. It's my second favorite Blofeld in here, which is the villain. And it has cool locations, which is another thing I didn't talk about yet. Is all the locations in Bond movies are always so cool, and it has cool locations. I think there in Switzerland you have all these ski stunts with guys on skis and machine pistols chasing behind James Bond. You have great car chases, you have a cool story, and such a cool Bond movie. And that's our number 6 spot on Her Majesty's Secret Service from 1969. So now we come to our top 5, and what I said at the beginning, they are all great movies. And there's almost no bad James Bond movies, except maybe 1 or 2. And these 5 could be in any order, basically. It's hard to put them into order. I will do this today, I'll try. But again, it's depending on the mood. It can change, almost instantly. But on our spot number 5, we have the 5th Bond movie of Sean Connery, which was from 1967, and it's called You Only Live Twice. Nancy Sinatra did such a great job singing the theme song. Another fun fact is that she was kind of scared to do this after Shirley Bassey was singing Goldfinger, and it was such a hit back then. And what I read is that she was a bit nervous. That's what her manager said years later, and she was like really frightened to sing that. But I think it's one of the best James Bond songs. Again, this defines a good James Bond song can define a good Bond movie, and You Only Live Twice is such a great song. Another thing I love is Sean Connery in this role. It plays in Japan, which always piques my personal interest. Another thing is the hideout, the secret hideout, the villain hideout. I don't give away anything. It's so cool. I think it's my favorite villain hideout in all of the Bond movies. What I love is the Bond girl. She's so beautiful. She's doing a great job. And I think one of my personal favorites about this movie is Donald Pleasence as Dr. Blofeld. He's my favorite Blofeld. He's doing such an amazing job playing him. And again, the locations, the cars, the gadgets, the Bond girl, the villains, everything is close to perfect. This is my number 5 pick. It's You Only Live Twice from 1967. On spot number 4, we have the first Bond movie from 1962. It's the first Bond movie. It's the first movie starring Sean Connery in his first role as James Bond, and it's Dr. No. What a great, memorable movie. What do we have to add? It has the classic James Bond theme at the beginning. It has a really cool hideout. Dr. No is such a cool James Bond villain. So many memorable moments like Bond, James Bond, and all these things going on in there. It's such a great movie. I love it. I love the atmosphere of this movie. I like the hideout. That's pretty dope. And Dr. No is our spot number 4. On number 3, we have a movie from 2006, which I watched with my wife in theater back then on day 1 when it came out. It's the first movie with Daniel Craig, the current James Bond at this moment here. And this one is so awesome. It's called Casino Royale from 2006. And this falls under the category awesome cinematography, great memorable moments, lots of them, great Bond girl. She's probably the strongest Bond girl who really know how to handle Bond. And again, the villain is amazing. He's probably my favorite villain of them all. And the theme song at the beginning is so awesome as well. This is like a perfect James Bond movie. The story, it's really thrilling, and it has you on the edge of the seat. One of the best Bond stories, I would say. And Casino Royale from 2006 is our number 3. Now, number 2 is another Sean Connery Bond movie. It's from 1963. It's from Russia with Love. It's the second Bond movie. And this one also falls under the category memorable James Bond. One of my favorite scenes is the whole scene on the train. It has a great villain. It has a great henchman. These are always like the right hand of the main villains, these henchmen type of characters in the James Bond movies. And this one really is awesome. He's like a killer. He's designed to hunt down James Bond and kill him. And he's one of my favorite villains in James Bond. I love the side character, the sidekick of James Bond in this movie, like the Turkish government guy. He's so cool. They have such cool moments, and funny dialogues and a good chemistry. I love the whole thing where they are in these Turkish catacombs underground with the boat, and where they're going on this underground lake and to reach like a secret hideout and stuff. Car chases, again the whole train scene. The Bond girl is awesome, and it's full of great moments. Such a great James Bond movie from start to finish. And this is our pick number 2 from Russia with Love from 1963. And now on spot number 1, and here I think people will be like, where's Pierce Brosnan? Yeah, he has 4 movies, and 1 is not really good, 1 is okay, and 2 are good. But they're not great or amazing. For me, if you have all the Bond movies from best to worst, Pierce Brosnan, his best movies are in the middle. And he himself was a great James Bond. He had the looks, and I should put him in the top 10 because he was the Bond of my era. When I was in my teens and new Bond movies were coming to theaters, it was Pierce Brosnan. So he's the Bond actor of my time, basically. But I think his Bond movies, he's like the 90s Bond for me, because most of his movies were in the 90s, almost all of them. And they didn't age well, so it won't be GoldenEye like people might expect now. But it has something to do with gold, and people now know which one is number 1. It's from 1964. It's Goldfinger. It's the 3rd James Bond movie, the 3rd movie with Sean Connery. And you can see this list is Sean Connery heavy. Yeah, he is James Bond in my opinion. He's the best Bond, and his best movie is Goldfinger, and the best James Bond movie probably is Goldfinger. Memorable moments, that's the category this movie falls into. Shirley Bassey's theme song is amazing. Goldfinger, it gives you goosebumps. It's so well sung. So we might understand why Nancy Sinatra, if this is true, was a bit nervous to sing the James Bond song after her. Such a great Bond villain. Gerd Fröbe, he is German, and he was such maybe the best Bond villain, or he's up there, absolutely. The whole gold theme. So many memorable moments, and yeah, such a great Bond movie from start to finish as well. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorite scenes would be when James Bond is, I think, is it in Switzerland as well, where he's going to the hideout of Goldfinger, where he has this meeting with all these people. Bond is on his way there, and he's on this gas station. He's meeting the Bond girl in the movie, and in the background you have all these mountains. Yeah, one of my absolute favorite Bond scenes. Cinematography-wise, this one is amazing as well. And again, it's one of the Bond movies with all these things that you pick. If you don't know a Bond movie, you still know all these things in throughout movie history, where they pick them up, and make fun of them, whatever. And this one is full of these moments as well. Sean Connery as James Bond being tied down to this table, and the laser beam is going in between his legs and about to cut him into half. One of the most memorable James Bond scenes. Yeah, this is my number 1 pick. This is our top 10 James Bond movies. That was such a fun. I really hope you enjoyed this, guys. And yeah, I see you in the next episode. Thanks so much. Take care and stay safe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.